first found out, I was extremely surprised.
It was just my way of dealing with things. I didn't like showing people when I was hurting because I didn't want to hurt them. And it's just how I dealt with it, how I made myself feel better. It could be anything. At first, of course, the death of my family, that was a huge thing where I started. For a little while, it had to be something big for me to do it, but as I started doing it more and more, it could be a simple thing, as in I got a bad grade and I felt stupid, like I knew I could have done better. It could be a little argument. For a while, any little thing, I would go and I would just cut myself and it made me feel better at the time. I'd only cut in certain places. I'd wear wristbands or bracelets, stuff like that. If it was something small, I'd just kind of make a small, little cut, and I was fine. When I was really upset, I know I did some pretty deep cuts. I have scars that I probably should have gone to the hospital and gotten stitches for, but of course, I didn't want anyone to know, and I didn't let anyone know when I cut really deep. The razors you use for shaving, pop them open. There was razors in there. Those are very thin and very sharp. Safety pins, I used a lead pencil once. I know people who would go in the public bathrooms and use where you cut the toilet paper off, that little sharp thing. I never did, but I knew people who did. Basically, if you really want to, you can use anything. An earring, the little sharp part on it. Just about anything that you can try. I didn't feel like I could change it, so I would just ignore the fact that I knew I shouldn't be doing it, and I would just go on doing it. It was my coping mechanism. It was my way to make myself feel better, and that's how I dealt with it, and I didn't think there was another way that I could do it once I was already cutting.
After we found out, our entire family was, I guess the word is paranoid, because we were really scared that, what if she would have cut too deep, or, something would happen. And, my mom always checked from head to toe. Myself and my parents tried to do everything that we could to help her to stop. And I guess to understand more of the situation, what cutting really was and the reasons why she did it. There were at times, that it was really difficult, and I would think to myself, what else can I do? Because, she's my sister, I love her, I would do anything for her. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me.
It's not worth it. When you're doing it, you feel like that's all you can do. To you, it's not abnormal. It's a way to make yourself feel better, but there's so many other ways. There are so many alternatives, and after I quit doing it, I'm a lot happier. You just have to have hope and know that you can be happy and you can find different ways of coping with your feelings and cutting.